Alright, another blind league match. Let's see how this goes. Alright, I like this hand. We've got a good mix of mana, cantrip-y spells, Force of Will, and so on. Our opponent keeps 7. Okay, this looks like maybe Maverick or lands. Maybe elves. Maverick, probably. Okay. For fear of Wasteland, I'm gonna get a Volcanic. For mana concerns, I would really much rather get a Badlands there, but if I get wasted and can't ponder, then we're in real trouble. Okay. Let's ponder. Probably want those brainstorms. Better lucky than good, I guess. This will get Badlands, I think, and we will push Mother of Urns. Taiga is interesting. Maybe this is Punishing Maverick. Stoneforge Mystic is fine. We have a removal spell for it. And in general, we can steal their swords. So, yeah, let's just push that. Play a land and pass. This is a card we usually like to counter. I'm actually pretty okay letting it go though because we found this Jace. They play Dryad Arbor, so I don't really want to attack and just let them Dryad Arbor me for my Jace, get a loyalty for free. This time, because we have Jace in play and we can recoup the cards pretty easily, I'm pretty okay with forcing a Knight of the Reliquary. Just a very solid tempo play. It's fine. Probably cuts my drop. I don't want to remove all my green just yet. Yeah, a lot of times you want to use these draw effects before you Jace. I guess we'll keep up Force of Will. And this time we can attack basically for free. So I think the reason they're not wasting me is they want to fetch Dryad Arbor here, and then suit it up with a Sword of Fire and Ice and kill Jace. At least that's my estimate. We'll see if that's what they plan on doing. Punishing Fire would be pretty good here. Luckily, we have Assassin's Trophy on top to deal with that. Oops. So let's Inquisition. Tagging Knight is good. Tagging this thing is good too. So their hand is Batterskull. And in case they draw a Plow, I'll leave 2 2 Strixen back. I do need to start Fate Sealing here pretty soon, because I really would not like them to draw Punishing Fire. That's fine. Also fine. So the question is, because they drew a fetch, do I want to change my play? I think what I'm going to do is just ponder first, see what I find, and then make my decision. One moment. Sorry about that there. I had a phone call that I had to take. I think this game is interesting enough that I really didn't want to just drop the whole game. So it was, yeah, so we basically just take their Battle Skull and they concede there. Not anything too crazy going on. And what do I want to cut? So I want to cut the Thought Seizes, the Spellbomb, and a Strix, and we bring in to the Slaughter Liliana Last Hope, Assassin's Trophy, and Pernicious Deed. So a Sweeper, some more removal spells, Answers to Choke. Baleful Strix is not super exciting in this matchup. It's fine, but they play a bunch of mobs, so you don't need all of them. I think having access to some discard is slightly better, and you want to keep all of your Force of Wills here because they play cards like Choke and Knight of the Reliquary, basically cards that are really annoying to deal with, so you want access to forces here. It's also a really solid tempo play. A lot of times you can build up a huge advantage with Dak and Jace, you just have to get there. So that's my philosophy to this particular matchup anyway. Okay, this hand's fine. We have a removal spell for anything but a mom, basically, on turn 1. We have Force of Will, we have a Sweeper, we've got a cantrip. I think this hand is fine. It's one of those hands that will likely just shape up to be really good a little ways down the line. Okay, them not having a turn 1 play is excellent. I'm just going to get an island here and ponder. Oh yeah, that is all good. I think I want to draw it like this. This way, if we need to Fatal Push something with... I guess we wouldn't need to use Revolt this turn, but if we need to Fatal Push something, we can. It's possible I was supposed to play... Oh, yeah, I was definitely supposed to play Delta here. In case I wanted to Fatal Push a Knight and they used a fetch to cast it. If they just have a natural white source and play Knight, then we can Punishing Fire it, and that's pretty free. Oh, also, I was definitely supposed to bring in Surgicals here. This is pretty risky of me, trying to go toe-to-toe with a Punishing Fire deck. Punishing Fire is really good against my deck. I don't know if any of you realize that from when I played against the Mirror, but Punishing Fire is really powerful. So I imagine that they could have Red Blast as well, so they might Red Blast this, but I think I just let that resolve. Like, if they want to counter this, that's fine, because if I counter that and then they play Choke, I lose anyway. So I'm really not interested in just losing to Choke. Speaking of. Let's just rebuy this. Wow, this is a very hateful hand from our opponent. But it's not pressuring me, which I do like. Let's brainstorm. Throw it back, I guess Fatal Push, and one of these Strix, and then we will Ponder. As enticing as that Force Will is, I think I need to just shuffle and look for lands. And if we get choked here, we'll just lose. Sword of Fire and Ice is fine. We can steal it with deck. Let's brainstorm. Unfortunate. Let's throw back Liliana. And I think Pernicious Deed. We don't really have time to cast a catch-up spell, so... Alright, that was lucky. Unfortunately, we would like it to get a red source, but it's very likely that it has to get a black source here. And they'll probably equip an attack, and if they do that, then we want to just let them attack so they don't have the mana in their turn, or in their main phase. And if they don't attack, then we don't need to push. Sure. Okay, and now we can Fatal Push this. And then we'll probably Snap Fatal Push again next turn. And if we draw runner lands, one of which is red, we did not, then we could steal with Dark Fade and equip an attack all in one turn, which would be pretty nice. And again, we're going to wait till attacks to use up more of their mana. We don't want them to get a free mana in their main phase. Okay, so we're not in an awful position because they don't have any creatures on board right now, which means black mana sources are also good because we can use Liliana. Okay, Liliana's Triumph is nice. Chase is nice. We have a bunch of nice things. We just don't have the mana to cast very many of them. Okay, that's pretty bad for me. Mother of Runes, huh? Okay. Yeah, so they've got Punishing Grove going. We do need to draw something pretty quick here. Them using this here is actually pretty okay with me if we draw a land. They've drawn a lot more lands than us, which means as far as spell density goes, they probably have a higher spell density right now. They also had a land in play that let them draw a card. Okay. Not dead yet. So this matchup is slightly different from a regular Maverick because of the presence of Punishing Fire. I think regular Maverick is a very good matchup, and this is probably reduced to just a good matchup. Yeah, so let's use Jace here. And all I'm trying to do here is just build up a huge amount of loyalty very quickly so that I can get around all this Punishing Fire nonsense. I'm looking for a red land here. Don't want Punishing Fire. Next turn I will probably... I'll probably just Fate Seal again, honestly. Except I'll probably Fate Seal them next time. Because I'm planning on using a cantrip with Snapcaster. The goal is... Actually, no, I want them to use the Punishing Fire on their turn. So that... What is this? Green Sun for Scavenging. I want them to use the Punishing Fire on their turn because I want to be able to use the Snapcaster sort of, and then steal the sword and equip it. At least that's the goal. Green Sun for 2, probably Scavenging Ooze, and then probably equipping with Sword of Fire and Ice. That makes a lot of sense to me. Leaving up Grove. Sure, this is all fine. Okay, this is good. So yeah, let's do it like this, and then we will brainstorm, or not brainstorm, excuse me, Liliana, make them sack. They will probably end up on their turn killing the Liliana, and then we can make a play with Snapcaster to steal sword, and then we'll have immunity at least from the Punishing Fire. They might have like a plow or something, but we can deal on that axis. Yeah, Jace and all these planeswalkers that we play they're pretty powerful. Yeah, and I want them to equip here. Because then they won't have the mana to deal with the Snapcaster. I think I'm going to brainstorm again. I'm not sure what cards they can have that are... that's a nice one to have access to. So let's equip our Snapcaster with a sword. And we get to attack. This basically is going to kill the Mother of Runes one way or another. Realistically, they have to block. And now we have a threat that's immune to Punishing Fire. We don't have a lot of those in our deck, so it's very important to set one up, because I was stupid and did not leave myself with access to Surgical or Nihil Spellbomb. It's fine if Dak Vaden dies here. If they use a bunch of mana killing Dak, that's okay. Dak has done his job of stealing this cool-looking sword. I don't really know what's going on in this particular art. Like, I guess this is like the hand, so this is like the handle, but what's going on up here? I don't really know. I think that, let's see, I think we're really far ahead right now, and I'm pretty sure that we're gonna get there this game, because we have a counterspell for any of their nonsense. They can't kill this guy with Punishing Fire. They only, I don't know how many plows they play, but they probably are playing a reduced number of plows. They have to spend a bunch of mana to deal with our Jace, and we can just play another one. Pardon me. What do we have here? Green Sun. Yeah, there's basically no creature that matters right now, so that's fine. I don't really want to draw a Brainstorm, so I'm going to shuffle that. Oh. They have more stuff to do. Oops. This, yeah, in principle I should have done this in the end step. I don't want to spend my mana on brainstorming and stuff like this, so let's go like this. I'll probably end up drawing both of these cards. GG's, our opponent says. Alright. Well, we won against Maverick, which I think is a quite good matchup, so I will see you next time.